And ladies and gentlemen, good evening at patuloy po pag-atid namin sa inyo ng SBA Next, still here at the Mecca of Billiards in the Philippines, the Sharks Billiards Arena. Ito po si Noel Zarate. At ang una nating labanan sa ating doubleheader from our independent players will feature Rolando Garcia Jr., aka Soltik. They call him the Hunter from Calapan, Mindoro Oriental. He's in the orange jersey. At ang kanya namang kalaban, itong si Clint Sumalinog from Quezon City, aka Donkey. So without further ado, simulan na po natin ang pag-lag for our break. Our referee Mario Bautista is about to send the players forward. Tanda natin, Garcia in the orange jersey at itong si Clint Sumalinog is in the gray jersey. 22 players are already through to the round of 40 or to our top 40, and one of these players is sure to join them tonight. Kaliwete po, itong si Sumalinog. Ayan, medyo layo nyo ng konti yan. Baka magkabanggaan kayo ng likuran. So the lag to determine who gets to break first in this race to 7 to make it to the final 40. And the lag will be won by the gentleman in the orange jersey, Rolando Garcia Jr. So he will be breaking first. Simulan na po natin ang ating rack number 1. And before we begin, we'd like to thank our friends from Conlin for your continued support of SBA Next and SBA or the Sharks Billiards Association. Right off the bat, we give a shout out to Doug Preston, who's watching us from Tucson, Arizona. So itong si Garcia will be breaking first. Nanonood din po ngayon. Ito si Doc Nicky Ang, nasasalang yan sa darating na Sabado. At nagpapaalala sa akin kanina, uminom ka na ba ng gamot, bossing? Nakainom na po, Doc. So the first break to Garcia. And everything is going to stay up. Nakita natin medyo mahina yung break na ginagamit dito. Kanya-kanya strategy po yan. Of course, alam naman natin pag dito sa Sharks, pag nilatag na po ng referee yung bola, wala nang galawan. Bawal din po ang cut break. So usually, like probably 80% of the time, that looks to be a foul. Tumama ang tako nitong si Sumalinog doon sa numero 5. And that moved the 5. That's gonna be an early foul coming off that open shot on the 1. At sa latag ng bola ngayon, aba, mukhang to si Rolando Garcia Jr. has the dibs on this rack. 38 years old, out of Calapan, Mindoro Oriental, as we mentioned. Now making his home in Alabang, Muntinlupa. At ang kanyang mga paborito malalaro, walang iba kung hindi si Champ Efren. And sa foreigners naman, si Kopin Yi. So pretty elementary layout para dito kay Garcia, who's looking for his first tournament win. Wala pa po siya napapanalong torneo. Got to learn the game. Kakalaro sa mga kanto-kanto at says in his bio. And now he's a professional. But missed on the 4. Let's see if he'll get some cover. No. Sumalinog coming up now to try and finish rack number 1. So mga maagang nanonood dito. Ito si Mboy. Tirahin mo na, Soldik. Yan, si Soldik nga itong si Rolando Garcia Jr. but he is not at the table now after missing on the 4 earlier. Mukhang smooth sailing na ito para kay Sumalinog. Easy look on the 6. Probably play it off the top rail with a little bit of left English. Or pwede namang kontrapektos din yan. Looks like he'll use the check spin. But missed on the 6. Some early unforced errors for these two players. First, a foul from Sumalinog. Yung kanyang follow through, tumama sa isang bola. A miss by Garcia earlier on the 4. And now Garcia is back after Sumalinog missed on the 6. And Garcia should have no issues. Well, this might be an issue. He overran the 7 ball, intended to put that into the side pocket. Kaya pa naman. Gets back for the 8. To answer Doug Preston's question, we have 3 matches, 2 from the independents and 1 from the stables. Again, an overrun on the 8. para dito kay Garcia. Tirang panipis, walang problema. So the pocketing of Garcia starting to wake up. As this 9 is going to give him a 1-0 lead dito po sa ating race to 7. We're going to take this short break and we'll have more of SBA Next when we return. You are still watching SBA Next dito po sa ating venue at the Sharks Billiards Arena in Morato, Quezon City. At kasama rin natin dyan ang one-ball billiards specialist sa pag-suporta dito sa SBA Next and the Sharks Billiards Association. Noel Zarate pa rin po, naghatid sa inyo ng labanan. At nais lang natin i-acknowledge that we are under the supervision and regulation of the Games and Amusements Board and ating GAB representatives sa gabing ito, Vince Eusebio and Glenn Pe. Rack number 2, muntik na mabangin yung pamato but yet another dry break para dito kay Rolando Garcia Jr. Bringing back Clint Sumalinog once again. Pretty open layout for the gentleman from Quezon City whose parents hail from Lanao del Norte and Cebu. So Bisaya. Etong si Clint Sumalinog. I was just in Lanao del Norte this weekend. Napaka-araw po doon. Kung tayo, medyo naiinis po tayo sa ulan na tumatama ngayon sa Metro Manila. Doon po sa kanila, sa Lanao del Norte, wala pong ulap. Now the 3 passes the 9, but is Sumalinog entertaining thoughts of probably abbreviating rack number 2 and to put him on the board? Kasya naman si Tres. Pero nakahilera na rin dyan, so not quite sure if he's gonna go for it. He was able to get it done on that combination. And now Sumalinog is on the board. 1-all ang ating score. An ambitious shot that paid off for the gentleman from Quezon City. We'll have rack number 3 when we return.
From champion to Andy, from Taiwan to the world. Andy Premier Cloth, powering elite professional tournament with unparalleled playability and quality. Qatar 10-Ball World Cup, WCBS Championship, WPA 9-Ball China Open. 3 consecutive World Games, our goal is to manufacture billiard cloth with exceptional quality and consistent playability. What Andy truly values is the strong reputation in the market and the driving force behind it.
Experience the ultimate thrill. The perfect place to enjoy the game. Catch the best odds, the biggest games, and the fastest payouts. Make it even more exciting with MSW. MSW, for the serious sports bettor.
Patuloy po ang paghatid namin sa inyo ng SBA Next. And we are still watching our first matchup of the evening dito po sa ating Independence. Battle between itong si Rolando Garcia Jr. and Clint Sumalinog. At habang inaayos ni referee Mario Bautista ang ating mga bola, salamat sa One Sports and One Sports Plus. Diyan nyo po kami napapanood. Part of the Signal Network. So may mga bumabati na sa atin sa chat. Ano pong channel ang meron sa TV? Maya-maya po, 9 o'clock po ang airing natin sa One Sports at sa One Sports Plus. Pero live na po tayo, I believe, sa Pilipinas Live, pati na rin sa pusop.com, at dito nga po sa Facebook at saka sa YouTube. No success on the break once again.
Open.
That one ball seems to be frozen on the rail. Let's see if we're gonna see a push out coming from Garcia. Nakaharang ang 9 sa 1. At sinasabi ni Eric
Push.
Mendoza, ang ating referee si Mario Bautista, si Mr. Extension. Malutong yan pag sasabihin niya, Extension! There's the push out. Now it's an open shot on the 1. Might even be a makeable shot para kay Sumalinog. At si Choki Asejas is saying, Clint Sumalinog pa. Mga fans dito ni Clint. Dumadami. Annalyn Sumalinog, also watching. At si Aaron Bruce Aquino, shout out sa iyo. Yes sir, congratulations. Lusot po si Aaron Bruce Aquino sa ating round of 40 and now he's watching the competition. Garcia, wanted to get rid of the 1, send it to the other side for a safety. Sumunod ang pamato and ball in hand para dito kay Sumalinog. That's the first foul of the evening para dito kay Garcia. And Sumalinog has a very, very wide open layout. Does have the angle on the 2. Kamot siya ng konti. Hindi naman siya diretso, so he can still actually maneuver the cue ball. Ang airing po natin mamaya pa para sa Signal at saka sa One Sports Plus. Good navigation coming from Sumalinog. Jefferson De La Cruz saying good luck to both of our players. Kailangan Pumreno naman yata on time. Isang gulong na lang, maharangan na yung pamato nitong numero 7. Again, for some of these players, it's the first time they're playing here in our competition area sa Sharks Billiards Arena. Dito po, sa mesang ito, nag-champion ang Negros Occidental Pillars just a few months ago, winning that series 3-1 kontra sa Manila MSW Mavericks. Of course, Season 3, marami nag-aabang dyan. Ako, hintayin nyo lang po yung mga balita kung kailan po magsisimula ang ating Season 3. At marami rin magiging kaganapan. So Malinog taking his time, trying to finish this rack. Can still go for the side pocket on this 7 ball. Well, Doug is asking where the spectators are. They're not yet here. Still pretty much rush hour out there. And the spectators usually come in when it's stable versus stable. Right now, we are watching our first matchup among the independents. As Sumalinog is in line for a run out. Again, everybody playing here in the independents are already registered professional players. Sumalinog puts it away. So 2-1 ang kanyang abante. After Rolando Garcia won the first rack, that's back-to-back for Sumalinog. We will have rack number 4 when we return. When we return here in SBA Next. Balikan po natin ang ating labanan sa first of the independent matches for tonight. 2-1 po ang abante rito nitong si Clint Sumalinog kontra kay Rolando Garcia Jr. And you're also watching us on Pilipinas Live and catch-up viewing as well. Download the app and subscribe now sa Pilipinas Live. Noel Zarate, still bringing you the action. Marami na nagtatanong dito sa ating mga nanonood sa ating Facebook. Charlie Rasco, nagpapa-shoutout. Ito si Charlie, lusot na rin po sa next round. Si Charlie Rasco, tinalo po si Chris Palomar noong August 15, 7-1. One of these two gentlemen will be joining him there. At successful break finally para naman dito kay Clint Sumalinog. However, kita ba niya yung uno? Marami pa tayong comments na pwedeng basahin dito. Nagpapa-shoutout. Na-shoutout na natin kanina si Aaron Bruce Aquino. Lily Scott is saying, Clint Sumalinog. Siya yung sumusuporta dyan. And good luck, kuya. Ang sabi niya. Tapos, kailan daw ang Season 3 ng Sharks Executive Tournament? Naisip lang gumawa ng team. Ito si Jefferson De La Cruz. Magandang tanong niya. Tanong niya sa Facebook ng Sharks. And Jomar Tamon, isa pang lumusot na sa ating Final 40, is also watching us. He's shout out daw kay Watot Novaliches. Wala yata si Watot. Lusot na ba si Watot? Ng Team Marion. Of course, Jomar Tamon able to defeat itong si Jerome Sasagawa 7-3 to advance to the next round. And Josh Andre Ramos is also in the chat. So mukhang may situation dito for the 5 ball. Etong si Clint Sumalinog trying to get down to the 6. Kanina may run out siya. Mukhang masusundan ng break and run at the rate he's going. Had one foul to begin the game after his first shot. Yung kanyang follow through sa tako, tumama sa numero 5. That was a foul. Also missed one shot in that rack. Kaya napunta kay Garcia yung opener natin. But at this point, Sumalinog playing in a very steady pace. And Frank Gazi is watching from Candon, Ilocos Sur. Shout out to all Candonians. Naku, napakaganda po dyan. Kung hindi pa po kayo napupunta sa Candon, naku, ilang beses na ko na-experience yung kanilang lugar. One of the prettiest places in all of Northern Luzon. Of course, parati pag napupunta tayo doon, puro volleyball ang ating binobroadcast o kino-cover doon. Sana nga magkaroon din ng SBA dyan sa Candon. Napakagandang lugar talaga yan. This 9 ball for Sumalinog to take a 3-1 lead. That's 3 consecutive racks. Won by Donke, as he is called. The 29-year-old up 3-1 kontra kay Rolando Garcia Jr. Magbabalik po kami.
Founded in 1990, Rasen is a global leader in billiard manufacturing and export, powered by 4 seamlessly connected factories. With over 1.6 million square feet of production space, we produce more than 50,000 billiard tables annually across all categories. Global reach, nearly 100 countries. While others merely assemble, Rasen fully controls the entire manufacturing chain, leading the global billiards industry with solid manufacturing power.
Rasen, innovate every move.
We continue with our coverage of SBA Next. At bago po tayo pumasok sa rack number 5, nais natin pasalamatan ang ating mga supporters. At kasama dyan ang Rason, ang ginagamit po nating mesa dito sa competitions and the Sharks Billiards Arena. So magandang gabi po sa lahat ng mga nanonood dito, especially mga nasa FB live stream chat natin. Etong si Iram Forbes, Solsona, binabalik-baliktad ko yung pangalan mo. Saying go Clint. And same with Jomar Tamon, nakausap na natin kanina. And this break is a dry one coming from Sumalinog. And here comes Garcia. At sinasabi nga ni Josh Andre Ramos, Dito yan galing si Rolando Garcia Jr. sa amin sa Mindanao. Tagalanao del Norte po. Tagalanao del Norte. Yun nga, last weekend, nandyan ako sa Tubod. Marami nagbebenta dyan ng talabay. Yan ang panalo talaga dun. Pati na rin yung marang at saka naku, gagabihin to. Marang at saka durian, nagkalat dyan. Shot by Garcia. Could not make the one ball. Ginabi. And that puts the red-hot Clint Sumalinog back at the table. Great draw shot to set up the 2-ball. At wala nang issue to report. Ang tatalo lang kay Clint Sumalinog, si Clint Sumalinog pag sumablay siya. Again, good ball control. Sumalinog is actually 29 years old and has been playing pool for the past 10 years. At ang kanyang mga paborito player, puro bata. Ang kanyang mga pinili paborito, si Carlo Biado. Baset mo kay Bat. And of course, si Panday, Jericho Banyares. Yan ang kanyang top 3 players. So para dito sa 3, let's see if he's gonna run into the 6. Hindi, kinontra niya. So it appears lusot naman ang 4 sa side pocket. Medyo banayar lang ang tira na to. Ayan. Pinatay ang pectus ng Pamato. Saktong-sakto sa 5. Could be another run out here. Para kay Sumalinog. Working on his 3rd run out. He had a run out earlier, then a break and run out. Ngayon, 4 balls away from his 3rd consecutive run out. Yan ang mahirap pag nabigyan ng buwelo ang isang player eh. Garcia did have an open shot on the 1, but hit it short of the pocket. At ito na ang pagliligpit na nagaganap para kay Sumalinog. Draw this off the side rail. Ay, di na. Dinerecho na. Straight back draw. Being straight on the 9. And Clint Sumalinog of Quezon City has won 4 consecutive racks in this race to 7. We will have rack number 6 sa aming pong pagbabalik dito sa SBA Next.
I'm Jonas Magpantay, team captain of MSW Mavericks, 10-ball World Cup champion and a Conland Pro player.
Back with us here on SBA Next, and our continuing coverage is supported by many, many people, including Signal, of course. Our TV broadcast partner, Signal, bring you all the action from SBA Next and the Sharks Billiards Association. Noel Zarat is still here. And I want to give a shout out to Mark, I hope I get this name right, Mark DeLissel. It was not a run out. He broke dry. He just cleaned up the rack. Correct. I forgot who broke that rack. It's this gentleman who's now up 4-1. Clint Sumalinog. Well, it was a successful break.
Good break.
And Sumalinog, kita naman dito ang numero 1. Pero mukhang palalayuin lang niya ito. This could be a He's going to go behind the back for this safety shot. He can go offense if he wants, but the safety is the more viable option, using the 2 ball as a blocker. Looks like he overran the blocker. And this is now an open shot on the 1 for Rolando Garcia Jr. Soldic, the Hunter. He has 2 nicknames. 38-year-old from Calapan, Mindoro Oriental. Successful safety. Ilagay ang numero 1 sa likuran ng 9 at saka ng 5. It's going to be a kick shot off the bottom rail. That's the only shot that seems to be available. Unless he can see part of this one. Oh, looks like he may go 2 rails. Oh, no, side rail. 1 rail, side rail. Missed it completely. The easier kick shot was off the bottom rail, pero may iba siyang iniisip. Etong si Sumalinog. That's his second foul. Ball in hand for Garcia. The chance to stop this 4-game winning streak for Sumalinog. And Garcia might wind up on the rail, and he's scratching his head. Not only is he on the rail, he's also straight on the 2-ball. I'm not sure if he can still jack up from this position. Looks like he may be so straight that he can't even cheat the pocket. And if he rolls it in, it's going to be a long shot on the 3. He just decides to roll it in. He'll take his chances on this long distance shot on the 3. Might even be a safety now. Yung numero 8, pwede gamiting taguan. He's trying to get to the 4-ball though. Not quite sure if he was able to hide behind the 5. Mukhang nagawa naman niya. It's gonna be a hit on the side rail for the 3 for Sumalinog. But that sells out the 3. Sabi ni Garcia, nasaan na nga ba tayo kanina? Again, the Philippines is such a hotbed for billiards, especially 9-ball, 10-ball, even 8-ball. And it's ingrained in the culture. Oh! Mumugation! 4 was halfway down and decided to move out. It's going to be the second time Garcia misses on the 4-ball tonight. Akala mo maliligpit na. Yung pala, si Sumalinog ang may pagkakataong ubusin ang mga natitirang bola dito. Needs a skew extension for this one.
Extension.
Uses his extension as well. Time extension, that is.
Good.
Still may have enough to get the 5 into the side pocket. That's actually the easier shot as opposed to taking it into the corner pocket, especially dahil yung pamato ay halos nakadikit na sa bottom rail. Luis Reyes going, go Donkey! Donkey, of course, being Clint Sumalinog, decides to go for the corner and is successful. Three balls away from a 5-1 lead. Oh, another one. This time it's Sumalinog with the mumugation. Garcia given a reprieve. Able to avoid the scratch to prepare for the 8-ball. So Rolando Garcia Jr., aka Soldic, breaks the run of Clint Sumalinog by winning his second rack. 4-2 ang abante ni Sumalinog. Rack number 7 will happen after these. Mukhang marami mga fans itong ating dalawang manlalaro sa ating first independent matchup of the evening. As it is, etong si Clint Sumalinog leading 4-2 kontra kay Rolando Garcia Jr. as we thank Andy for your continued support of SBA Next and the Sharks Billiards Association. Noel Zarate still bringing you the action from the Sharks Billiards Arena in Morato, Quezon City, the first of our two independent matchups. As Brian Concepcion is saying, let's go, Clint Sumalinog. Well, he's on his seat right now. He will come back to the table because this is a dry break. Dry break para kay Garcia. Si Donke ang nasa mesa ngayon. There's a situation, there's a clump sa taas. 3, 7, and 6 altogether. Di maganda naging landing dito ni Garcia sa dos. He's right on top of the 2 ball. He's gonna need the mechanical bridge para tamaan to. Let's see where he sends this one though. Can he send it behind that clump? That's gonna be the cue ball that's gonna try to get there. Didn't quite get there. Pero successful in putting that cue ball on the rail para kay Sumalinog. And Andy Aquino Sally saying, go, go, go. Sino ba kinakampihan natin, sir? Garcia can still roll in this 2 ball. Land well on that 3. Now he will make contact with the 6. The question is, will it impede his position to get to the 4 ball? Beautiful. So Garcia wanting to make a match out of this. He won the opening rack, tapos 4 na sunod na panalo naman nakuha ni Sumalinog. Garcia able to get the last rack. Ganda ng pagmamaniobra ng pamato. Sakto, pepreno bago umabot ng side pocket. Christian Tuanyo. Sabi, galingan mo pare. Sino? Sino dyan? Well, that's not where he wanted the cue ball to land. Unforced preparation error para kay Garcia. I try to kick it off the top rail. Successful, the 7 ball tracking. Pero benta itong 6. Clean up time for Clint Sumalinog. Donkey, 3 balls away. Short side for the 8. Asintado talaga ito si Sumalinog. Donkey to get a 5-2 lead. (5-2) for Clint Sumalinog over Rolando Garcia Jr. 2 wins away from a place in the final 40. We'll have more action from SBA next when we return.
From champion to Andy, from Taiwan to the world. Andy Premier Cloth, powering elite professional tournament with unparalleled playability and quality. Qatar 10 Ball World Cup, WCBS Championship, WPA 9 Ball China Open. 3 consecutive World Games, our goal is to manufacture billiard cloth with exceptional quality and consistent playability. What Andy truly values is the strong reputation in the market and the driving force behind it.
Experience the ultimate thrill. The perfect place to enjoy the game. Catch the best odds, the biggest games, and the fastest payouts. Make it even more exciting with MSW. MSW, for the serious sports bettor.
Back with us here inside the Sharks Billiards Arena. At bago po magpatuloy itong ating labanan sa ating Independence first matchup tonight, nais natin batiin lahat ng mga nanonood sa ating ngayon sa ating Facebook Live, pati na rin sa YouTube. And thank our friends as well from Dynasphere's Next Gen Phenolic Resin Balls. Yan po nakikita natin mga bola na ginagamit natin mga malalaro. Again, this is the first of our 2 games sa Independent. And of course, the nightcap will feature the Battle of the Stables. Next up will be Crispin Francisco Dols III taking on Michael Aquino. Abangan nyo po yan at the conclusion of this match. Sargo. Walang papasok. With a dry break para dito kay Donkey. Clint Sumalinog. And Soldik. Rolando Garcia Jr. It's a clean shot on the 1. Konting gulong pa. Makita na yung dos. Kita na nga ba? He wanted that to go further up. Might have come up short. He was short. Nilayo na lamang ang pamato on this safety, trying to use any of the balls down there, 6, 8, and 9, pero kita yung dos. Saan pa pupuntahin? Tago dapat sa likod ng 3. Did not work. But still a tough shot. Although marami ng option sa pantago ngayon itong si Garcia. Mas kita na niya kung saan pwede papuntahin dyan sa likod ng 6, 8, 9. This time it's a good one. Now again, dito sa SBA, bawal po gumamit ng jump cue. Bawal ang jump shot. At yung explanation dito ng ating founder na si Hadley Mariano, nung nanonood daw siya ng bilyar nung bata siya, sila Efren, sila Amang Parika, sila Boy Samson, wala namang gumagamit ng jump cue eh. It's only in recent years that the jump shot has been allowed, and this was a foul coming from Sumalinog. So nice lang ibalik ng SBA yung dunong ng Pilipino pagdating sa mga kick shot. Garcia, wide open layout. Ingat. Ingat, ingat. Yon. Brian Concepcion is saying hello. And he's also saying hello from the Lucky 7 Billiards and Bar. Sinasabi rin ni Iram Tapusin mo na yan, Donkey. Si Donkey nakaupo. Got the angle itong si Garcia to travel for the 7 ball. Nako. Nako. Pag tama pa lang sa side rail, alam mo may pagkakataong manatili ang bola sa ibabaw ng mesa at yun nga nangyari. Garcia could not make the 6. Nag-rail first pa. Eto si Sumalinog, just to be sure. 3 balls away from the hill. Ito si Parjo Morales, sabi ko, parehas daw niya kumpare yan. Kinapos ang paghahanda nito si Sumalinog para dito sa numero 8. Biyahe sa buong mesa ang kanyang gagawin para balikan to 9. 8 still available into the side pocket. Looks like he'll be shooting the 9 into the same side pocket. Still enough room to maneuver for Gled Sumalinog to get on the hill. And he is on the hill. Gled Sumalinog 6, Rolando Garcia Jr. 2. And Sumalinog will be breaking for the match when we return.
Founded in 1990, Rasen is a global leader in billiard manufacturing and export, powered by 4 seamlessly connected factories. With over 1.6 million square feet of production space, we produce more than 50,000 billiard tables annually across all categories. Global reach, nearly 100 countries. While others merely assemble, Rasen fully controls the entire manufacturing chain, leading the global billiards industry with solid manufacturing power.
Rasen, innovate every move.
At bago po tayo pumasok sa rack number 9, nais natin pasalamatan ang mga kaibigan natin tumutulong sa paghatid natin ng SBA Next, ang PusoP.com, part of the Smart Sports Network. Thank you for your continued support of SBA Next and the Sharks Billiards Association. Noel Zarate pa rin po, bringing you the action, and it is time to break for the win for Donkey Clint Sumalinog of Quezon City. Almost a scratch on the break for Sumalinog. And that being said, walang pumasok sa kanyang sargo. However, wala ring tira sa uno. Itong si Garcia. Ian Grant de la Santa. Oh my goodness. Well, Ian Grant de la Santa is in the chat as well, rooting for Donkey. And Garcia scratches, unforced foul. Medyo masalimuot pa dyan sa bandang itaas ng mesa. Looks like Sumalinog is gonna hunt for 3 fouls. Hirap ng pwesto para dito sa pamato. Either side, the 2 and the 3, are taking away the attacking angles of the 1. At habang nangyayari ito, umaandar naman ang shot clock. 14 seconds to shoot. He's gonna try to hide behind the 3.
Good.
Making hide behind the 2. May 1 foul na ito si Garcia. Hindi tinamaan yung uno. Inikot-ikutan lang. That's foul number 2.
Foul. Foul 2.
Paubos na ba ito para kay Sumalinog? Or will he look for one more foul? Wala pa po tayong nakaka-advance sa ating final 40 because of 3 fouls. And Sumalinog is entertaining thoughts of being the first to do that. Sa likod ng 5. Naku, luluwa to. Good idea, bad result. And Garcia still sees a piece of this 1 ball. If he does, marireset niya yung fouls. Fouls are now reset. And Garcia missed on the 1. Mukhang kita naman ito. Hindi naharangan na 6. So Malinog with a Massey. Does he get it behind the 4? That's just impeccable precision if he did it. He did. So 2 rails ang gagamitin dito pantakas. Dito si Garcia. Almost made the 6. Kita pa rin ang numero 1. Pero pantago na naman yan. Could use the 2 ball as the interfering ball. Etong si Sumalinog. Oh, wanted to play that, to put it right behind the 7. Pero tumama doon sa side pocket. So mahaba-habang spadahan ang nagaganap dito sa rack number 9. Garcia cannot hide the 1. Pero naharangan naman na 7. So Malinog is going to try to hide behind the 9. Napatong pa yung pamato on the rail. That's just a great shot. Rail on rail yung dalawang bola, pamato at object ball, may harang pa ng 9. Small room for error, or no room for error actually para dito kay Garcia. Also massaying around the 9. And because of that, kitang-kita na si Uno. Of course, in the arena right now, you saw on the upper right side of your screens, as the safety battle continues here. Sumalinog now using the 8 ball. When we get the wide shot, nakita on the top right of your screens, that's Dennis Po, the head coach of the Manila MSW Mavericks. Nadalaw na rin siya rito. Akala ko ay nandun sa likuran si Rafael. Good contact once again from Garcia. And this will sell out the 1. Now, making the 1 is not the problem para kay Sumalinog. It's getting position on the 2 ball. Because he will run into the 7 ball. Tignan natin if that's going to stop the momentum of the 2. That's the best you can do. So, patuloy na naman ang ating safety battle. That's actually a bankable 2, pero mas madaling itago na lang sa likod ng 3 yung pamato. Oh, it popped out though. Naharangan pa rin ng 3 ang 2, pero mas malapit na ang pabanda nitong si Garcia. Tawag sa ganyan tira, to whom it may concern. But does it work out? Well, 2-6 combination now available para kay Clint Sumalinog. Well, made the combination, but the position on the 2 ball Not ideal. Nakasapatos pa sa tres. He's gonna have to send this in and keep position on the 3. Mukhang home free na itong si Sumalinog. Again, nakasapatos sa 7. Boy, this Cled Sumalinog might start impressing a few players here and there. Or a few coaches as well. We see Dennis Poy is already here. Maya-maya dadalaw na dyan sila Jaynard Orque, Rafael, Jojo Sanchez. Because these are technically free agents that they can use to see if kung magandang fit sa kanilang kupunan. Good clearance on the 7. Now this 5-8 combination to keep him at the table. Oh! 3 balls away from the match. Pero doon pa sumablay itong si Sumalinog. A stay of execution para dito kay Rolando Garcia Jr. As Soldic now has 3 balls to go. Naku, doon pa talaga paparata yung 8, no? Can he still see enough of the 7 to make it into the corner pocket? I mean, that's just a bad roll right there. Kaya pa naman. Two balls away for keeping this match alive. Well done. And Rolando Garcia Jr. is still alive dito sa ating race to 7. And he's gonna be breaking in rack number 10. Down 6 racks to 3. Kontra kay Clint Sumalinog. Magbabalik po kami. Back with us here inside the Sharks Billiards Arena in Morato, Quezon City. At bago po tayo magpatuloy, nais natin pasalamatan ng MSW Sports Betting sa inyong patuloy na pagsuporta sa SBA Next and the Sharks Billiards Association. Noel Zarat is still bringing you the action sa ating unang labanan sa ating Independence. And Rolando Garcia refuses to go down without a fight. Yung kanyang kalaban, Clint Sumalinog, already on the hill. He needs this break to be successful. And it is, however, scratch na naman on the break. The 8 ball went down, but the cue ball went into the side pocket. Ball in hand for Sumalinog with an opportunity to book his seat in the next 40. Dami na nagko-comments dito. Yung mga kumakampi rito kay Donkey, kay Clint Sumalinog, at saka dito kay Hunter. Ito si Rolando Garcia Jr. Good hit on the 2. May end up short-siding this 3. Ha? Tignan natin how he tries to play this. Medyo matraffic yung dadaanan papunta rito sa numero 3. See if he opts to just roll this one in. Now he's gonna try to navigate traffic and take it short side. If he gets this three, everything is in the clear for Sumalinog. Brilliant. Doesn't want too much angle dito sa 5. Avoids contact on the 7. Okay. Kamot ulo rito si Sumalinog. Kung kailan patapos na, doon pa naandar yung pamato ng konti. Can still make this into the side pocket. Just needs to buck down on the shot. And one ball away from a place in the final 40 for Clint Sumalinog, originally from Lanao del Norte and now residing in Quezon City. He's through. So Clint Sumalinog defeating Rolando Garcia Jr. 7-3 dito sa ating unang labanan sa ating mga independents. And the standby for our next match, it will be Crispin Francisco Dols III taking on Michael Aquino as we continue the action dito po sa SBA Next. And we are now joined by our signal watchers right now on One Sports and One Sports Plus. Magandang gabi, Noel Zarate. Bringing you the action, our second matchup tonight sa ating Independence sa SBA Next. And this is going to feature ito pong si Crispin Francisco Dols taking on Michael Aquino. But before anything else, yung mga rules po natin dito sa SBA Next, the 9-ball is racked on the spot and a 40-second shot clock applies after the break. 30 segundos kada tira. Pag medyo nahirapan, pwede naman gumamit ng 10-second extension per rack for these players. And of course, failure to strike the cue ball before the buzzer is a foul and jump shots are not allowed. Of course, ang ating referee si Mario Bautista. And ito pong ating palabas ay napapanood 9 p.m. to 12 midnight every Tuesdays to Saturdays right here on Signal, One Sports Plus, pati na rin sa Pilipinas Live. So great to have you with us sa aming patuloy na bagatid nitong SBA Next. Vince Eusebio and Glenn Pe, our Games and Amusements Board representatives. Of course, we are under the supervision and regulation of the Games and Amusements Board. And our referee is Mario Bautista. And we are about to get things underway dito po sa ating Race to 7, second matchup sa ating Independence ngayong gabi. So ito pong si Crispin Francisco Dols is in the orange jersey. Siya po yung kanan. Naku, magbabanggaan na naman sila. Kaliwete po. Itong si Michael Aquino in the gray jersey. And this will be a close lag, but it appears that Aquino is going to be breaking first dito sa ating Race to 7. So right off the bat, we just want to say hello to all of our viewers all around the world. And I'd like to say thanks to our friends as well from Conlin for your continued support of SBA Next and the Sharks Billiards Association. So, Michael Aquino will be breaking off, aka the Suman King. Of course, galing Antipolo City po siya. Pero ang totoong hometown niya, Santa Barbara, Pangasinan. 40 years old, married with 3 children already. And he is going to be breaking here in rack number 1. Siya po yung kaliwete. Favorite player niya, walang iba kung hindi si Champ Efren. At nagsimula maglaro noong 1999, the same year that Efren the Magician Reyes won the World Championship. Dry break para dito kay Michael Aquino. And this is gonna bring up the guy they call Chris Pocketing, the 52-year-old from Sampaloc, Manila. Ito po si Crispin Dols III. Meron na po tayong the pocketing na tinatawag sa SBA last season, although he's among the independents, talking about Nick Abergas. The pocketing is included here, but now no shot on the 2, so this is going to be a 2-railer. Good contact, almost made the 2 into the side pocket. And this will be covered by the 4-ball. So good speed played by Dols. So si Aquino, kaya naman siya natawag na Suman King, negosyo po niya suman. Doon po sa Antipolo, meron siyang pabrika na gumagawa ng suman. So he has a day job, chose to become a billiards pro as well. He's an exporter of suman abroad. I mean, how cool is that? He's been playing since he was 13 years old. Good contact on the 2, and Dols also a kick shot here on the 2. Tago na naman. I mean, Dols is so confident about his stroking. And his safety game has been really on point. Ito na yung mga fans. Nakikita na natin sa ating Facebook Live. Kanya-kanya na silang cheers para sa ating mga manlalaro. Now, this will be, looks like a 2-railer? Or is it just a 1-railer between the 4 and the 3? It is a 1-rail kick. Unang rack pa lang po ito, spadahan kaagad. 2-ball may now be available into the corner pocket if Dols chooses to take it on. Instead, he banks it in. Well, that solves a lot of problems. Kasi position on the 4 is automatic. Dols is such a renaissance man. He's a billiards pro. Pero at the same time, pag hindi po siya nagbibilyar, siya isang tattoo artist. Huh? He's a tattoo artist and a driving instructor. This guy does everything, huh? His favorite players are Efren and Shane Van Boning, and was a champion in some WTA games. And just last Sunday, he won in the Pac-Man Q Club sa Mandaluyong. So he's still pretty much riding on a high. Q extension required. Time extension? Perhaps, but he's got 8 seconds left. 4. Able to get it off. Pag plangketa niya pa lang, tira ka agad. You gotta love the confidence of this gentleman from Sampaloc, Manila. Well, we could be in for an entertaining matchup. Nakita rin natin yung mga tira ni Michael Aquino kanina. No spring chicken to this game, especially in the safety battle. But when it comes to pocketing, he has yet to show that. Because Crispin Dols the third, or Chris Pocketing, is going to use his Q extension. Again, Q stick is now taller than Dols. As much as possible, ayaw talaga gumamit ng tiririt nito ang ating mga manlalaro. Nahagip ng konti yung 9, and this makes position interesting to make this 9 ball. He may still go for it into the corner pocket, but the ball is on the side rail, halos. He banked in something earlier. Might choose to play defensive on the shot. Let's see how he handles this. Dols gets it. Walang problema rito kay Crispin Dols the third. Ang masamang pwesto para sa 9. And he takes rank number 1 in this matchup against Michael Aquino. We'll be right back.
From champion to Andy, from Taiwan to the world. Andy Premier Cloth, powering elite professional tournament with unparalleled playability and quality. Qatar 10 Ball World Cup, WCBS Championship, WPA 9 Ball China Open. 3 consecutive World Games, our goal is to manufacture billiard cloth with exceptional quality and consistent playability. What Andy truly values is the strong reputation in the market and the driving force behind it.
I'm Jonas Magpantay, team captain of MSW Mavericks, 10 Ball World Cup champion, and the Conlent Pro player.
Back with us here inside the Sharks Billiards Arena dito po sa Morato, Quezon City. And before we continue the action dito po sa labanan nitong si Crispin Dols III at itong si Michael Aquino, nais natin pasalamatan ng One Ball Billiards Specialist for your continued support of SBA Next and the Sharks Billiards Association. Noel Zarate still on the call. And the break now coming from the 52-year-old from Sampaloc, Manila. May nasa comments kanina galing daw from Camarines Norte. So isang Bicolano rin pala. Itong si Chris Pocketing, of course, that comment coming from John Camayo. Successful break. Kita numero 1 para dito kay Dols. They call him Chris Dols. Si Eman Mago. Safety attempt. Didn't quite get it behind the 5, so this is an open shot para kay Michael Aquino of Antipolo City. Ang dami nyo na nagko-comments dito sa FB Live natin. So Aquino studying the angle. With this shot, kaya rin naman pahiwalay ni Aquino ang 6 at 8. But instead uses it as a cover. Now Dolls may see a part of this one ball. Jojo Sanchez, head coach of the Negros Occidental Pillars, is watching us right now. Tinatawag niya akong dashing debonair. Siya yun eh. Of course, earlier we did see Dennis Poe. We don't see on the shot anymore, but Dennis Poe is in the building. Head coach naman ng Manila MSW Mavericks. So even the head coaches ng mga teams natin sa SBA are looking for probably the next best talent to join their roster as this 1-6 billiard is going to work. Now, how about a 1-9 billiard coming from Michael Aquino? To hit the one a little thick. Does not go for the billiard, instead goes for the safety, which is actually the smarter shot. Tingnan natin kung may rail first option dito itong si Dolls. From behind this clump. Otherwise, he's gonna have to use the bottom rail to kick at the one. The tattoo artist and driving instructor by day, bottom rail.
Good.
Kung nalakasan lang pala ng konti yung pasok yung dos. Instead now, it's gonna be a combination on the 2. From Aquino. Now looking at the position ng 3. It does pass the 5. Everything now in the clear for Michael Aquino. Yan sa angulo nga, kala mo nakaharang yung 5 eh. Oh, maybe it was blocking the pocket. Safety shot for Aquino. Daming fans ni Chris Dolls sa ating Facebook chat. Is he going for the combination? Is he hiding? He went for the combination on the 7. Mukhang puro kombinasyon yung magiging tira natin dito. Now there's a 3-5. One ball na one ball yan. 3-5 combination. Ilan na lang ang bola sa mesa. Object ball nyo, 3 pa rin. Good combination. Oh, this does not land well on the 3.
Extension.
Well, Aquino can send this cue ball to the other side, to the top side of the table. Instead, went for the 3. Kaya naman pala. Looked like for a moment it was fused with the 9. So Aquino 3 balls away from tying this match up. Again, we could be in for a long drawn match. Mukhang evenly skilled itong dalawang ito. And they've been engaging each other in safety battles as well. Yeah, Jeric Villanueva saying tattoo artist daw. Etong si Chris Dolls. Driving instructor pati. Medyo pabuntis yung tira sa 9, but he'll take it. One all. So we could be in for a gunfight dito sa ating pangalawang matchups in the Independence. 1 all ang ating score, rack number 3 when we return.
From champion to Andy, from Taiwan to the world. Andy Premier Cloth, powering elite professional tournament with unparalleled playability and quality. Qatar 10 Ball World Cup, WCBS Championship, WPA 9 Ball China Open. 3 consecutive World Games, our goal is to manufacture billiard cloth with exceptional quality and consistent playability. What Andy truly values is the strong reputation in the market and the driving force behind it.
And we welcome you back to the Mecca of billiards in the Philippines, the Sharks Billiards Arena here in Morato, Quezon City. SBA Next will continue as we thank One Sports and One Sports Plus. Napapanood nyo po tayo ngayon dyan sa One Sports and One Sports Plus, part of the Signal Network. Noel Zarate pa rin po,
Break.
bringing you the action. As the Suman King, the 40-year-old from Antipolo City, Michael Aquino, who is a Suman exporter if you're just joining us. So businessman by day, shark by night. Seven ball does not cooperate, dry break, but what does cooperate is the 3 ball is blocking the 1 for Chris Dolls.
Push.
He's gonna make a push out here to the top rail. Dinikit na lamang. Si Michael Aquino is mga old school bilyarista, no? Hindi gumagamit ng gloves, even if he is using a carbon cue stick.
Extension.
Thinking about pasisingkitin niya ito sa side pocket. Or is he gonna play it as a safety? No, he went for the side pocket. And is on top of the 2 ball. He's gonna put the 2 ball behind the 4 and the 8. Naku, mahirap tong puntahan. Kick shot available to the side rail, but there's also a kick shot into the 2 that could hit the 9 into the side. Might as well tukatin na rin yan para dito kay Chris Dolls. This is gonna be the shot of the night if he can execute this 2-9 kick.
Foul.
That's a foul. Hindi umabot sa numero 2. And also that foul opens up the table para dito kay Aquino. Now Aquino can play the 2-7 combination, also play the 2 into the same pocket. That's gonna solve a few problems. After that, malinaw na ang pananaw niya sa mesa. Unsure of the position here. Medyo malipis ang magiging kuha niya rito sa numero 2 but wants to hold position for the 3. He's gonna choose to play this soft. Di naman nakasapato sa 5. And Aquino being a lefty, to make this an easier shot. Mo gaano kataas ang ulo nitong si Aquino from his cue stick. Sort of reminds you of how Leonardo Dodong Andam used to play as well. Yung mga iba talaga halos dumidikit na yung baba sa tako. Aquino's like a full foot away from his cue stick and still has accuracy. Yeah, remember the late great Leonardo Dodong Andam. Mas mataas pa yata yung pwesto ng ulo ni Kadodong dyan dati. Doesn't really stay down on the shot either. It's just pure shooting skills from Michael Aquino. So after a short safety battle, the Suman King is going to take the lead in this race to 7. 2-1 for Michael Aquino over Chris Dols III. We'll have more action from SBA Next after this short break.
Founded in 1990, Rasen is a global leader in billiard manufacturing and export, powered by 4 seamlessly connected factories. With over 1.6 million square feet of production space, we produce more than 50,000 billiard tables annually across all categories. Global reach, nearly 100 countries. While others merely assemble, Rasen fully controls the entire manufacturing chain, leading the global billiards industry with solid manufacturing power.
Rasen, innovate every move.
Balikan po natin ang labanan dito sa ating Independence Showdown between Chris Dols III and Michael Aquino. At bago po natin simulan ang rack number 4, we would like to thank our supporters, Pilipinas Live. Napapanood niyo po tayo ngayon live and on demand on Pilipinas Live. Download the app and subscribe sa Pilipinas Live, ang ating partner dito sa SBA Next and the Sharks Billiards Association. Noel Zarate still on the call dito sa ating Independence matchup. Of course, later on, it will still be Fury versus the Bad Boy Warriors. Of course, Fury took the victory last night after 5 straight losses in their home field or in their home turf last week to Bad Boy. And this is a bad break. Nothing down. And an opportunity para kay Chris Dols. Na makakakuha ng panabla dito sa kanilang laban. Nice touch. And lands perfectly in between the 8 and the 5. No room for error sa ganung tira. Dami bumabati nga pala rito kay Chris Dols, Eman Mago, is rooting for Chris Dolls. And Sunny, sinasabi, galingan mo, Kuya Chris. Jeric Villanueva sharing the fact that Dolls is also, or was, tattoo artist. I believe he still is a tattoo artist. Oh, that's in and out for Aquino. That's one of the times that not staying down on your shot affects the outcome. Makuha ni Dolls ito, target practice na yan. Okay, look at where all the balls are on the table, just right down the middle. Three into the bottom right corner pocket, followed by the 4 into the same pocket. And ito si Dolls talagang really takes his time. Excellent pocketing. Did not want that cue ball to land there though. Can't even jack up to control it to get back to the 6. Kalahati lang ng pamatong kanyang kita, and that's a miss. Difficult landing on the 5. Na nagkaroon ng issue, 7 and 8. Nadikit. See if Dolls can play it into the upper right corner pocket, yung 7 ball. Pero 5 and 6 muna. Short side the 6. Needs to get the cue ball right in the middle of the table once again. If hindi nga nakadikit ang 7 at saka 8, he can still shoot that 7 ball into the same pocket he's shooting the 6 into. Not sure if there's enough room to get to the opposite corner pocket unless he's going to play safety, which looks like it will be the case. Gagamitin na lang niya ang 8. Great patience shown by Aquino. Maybe 2 rails now para kay Dolls. Does have an immediate escape off this side rail. Doon nga siya dadaan. But can he separate? Ay, hindi man lang natamaan. Kick shot does not work for Dolls. Ball in hand for Aquino.
Foul 1.
Sinubukan tamaan ni Dolls ng manipis. Tapos pababiyahin na lang sana yung pamato. But did not even make contact with the 7. Ito na ang target practice para dito kay Aquino. 2 balls away from a 3-1 lead in this race to 7. The winner, of course, books a seat into our second round, which will be the final 40 players of our independence.
Extension. Tag-isa kayo. Yan.
Michael Aquino choosing to stretch instead of using the tiririt. And misses the 9. He had all sorts of time to either get his cue extension or use the bridge. Dolt might have enough to make this 9. And he does. What a mistake. Napangiti na lang si Michael Aquino doon. Could have used his cue extension, could have used the bridge, but instead went for it stretched. He missed it. And now we're tied at 2. Dito po sa ating labanan sa Independence in SBA Next.
From champion to Andy, from Taiwan to the world. Andy Premier Cloth, powering elite professional tournament with unparalleled playability and quality. Qatar 10 Ball World Cup, WCBS Championship, WPA 9 Ball China Open. 3 consecutive World Games, our goal is to manufacture billiard cloth with exceptional quality and consistent playability. What Andy truly values is the strong reputation in the market and the driving force behind it.
Back with us here sa SBA Next. At bago po tayo magsimula sa ating sunod na rack, which will be rack number 5, we would like to thank our supporters, especially Rason. Yan po ang ginagamit nating mesa dito sa Sharks Billiards Arena. And thank you for your support of SBA Next and the Sharks Billiards Association. Noel Zarate.
Break.
As Michael Aquino in the gray shirt. Noel Zarate pa rin po bringing the action. Michael Aquino in the gray shirt. Still a little down on himself. And shaking his head after missing the 9 ball that would have given him a 3-1 lead. But he'll be back at the table now. Kasi walang naipasok sa sargo. Itong si Chris Dolls. And the Jan Dolls is watching Chris all the way from Montreal, Quebec, Canada. And Mondio is rooting for Chris himself. Says Labo is supporting you. And Gregorio Gonzalez Ali giving a shout out to Nelson Esteban. So a miss on the 2. Returning to the table now. Ito si Chris Dolls. A golden opportunity to retake the lead. Tandaan natin, si Dolls yung nakauna rito. He was supposed to be down 3-1. But Michael Aquino missed on the 9 ball. That one stays up. Pero tumama nga sa ibang bola. So Pamato lumiko din. See if he can still cross-bank this back to the side pocket or gamitin yung mga bola sa baba. Panago ng Pamato. Well, tries to create distance. Yan, sinasabi nga dito, hometown daw nitong si Chris Dolls from Sampaloc, Manila is Labo, Camarines Sur. So isang Bicolano. Michael Aquino, isang Pangasinense na nakatira ngayon sa Antipolo City. Again, Aquino with an opportunity to get back what was rightfully his in rack number 4. 3 balls away from retaking the lead. This 9 to give the Suman King, double clutch. This 9 to give the Suman King a 3-2 lead in this race to 7. So Michael Aquino able to avenge his loss from the last rack. But can he pull off another win streak? We'll find out when we return.
Founded in 1990, Rasen is a global leader in billiard manufacturing and export, powered by 4 seamlessly connected factories. With over 1.6 million square feet of production space, we produce more than 50,000 billiard tables annually across all categories. Global reach, nearly 100 countries. While others merely assemble, Rasen fully controls the entire manufacturing chain, leading the global billiards industry with solid manufacturing power.
Rasen, innovate every move.
I'm Jonas Magpantay, team captain of MSW Mavericks, 10-ball World Cup champion, and the Conland Pro player.
Experience the ultimate thrill. The perfect place to enjoy the game. Catch the best odds, the biggest games, and the fastest payouts. Make it even more exciting with MSW. MSW, for the serious sports bettor.
From champion to Andy, from Taiwan to the world. Andy Premier Cloth, powering elite professional tournament with unparalleled playability and quality. Qatar 10-Ball World Cup, WCBS Championship, WPA 9-Ball China Open. 3 consecutive World Games, our goal is to manufacture billiard cloth with exceptional quality and consistent playability. What Andy truly values is the strong reputation in the market and the driving force behind it.
Founded in 1990, Rasen is a global leader in billiard manufacturing and export, powered by 4 seamlessly connected factories. With over 1.6 million square feet of production space, we produce more than 50,000 billiard tables annually across all categories. Global reach, nearly 100 countries. While others merely assemble, Rasen fully controls the entire manufacturing chain, leading the global billiards industry with solid manufacturing power.
Rasen, innovate every move.
Experience the ultimate thrill. The perfect place to enjoy the game. Catch the best odds, the biggest games, and the fastest payouts. Make it even more exciting with MSW. MSW, for the serious sports bettor.
And as we resume the action dito po sa SBA Next, it is still the matchup between Chris Doles III and Michael Aquino. We thank our friends from Signal. And you are watching us right now here on Signal, One Sports Plus, Pilipinas Live. Marami pong salamat sa inyong pagsuporta ng SBA Next
Break.
and the Sharks Billiards Association. Noel Zarate still bringing you this matchup of the Independents. It's a close one. 3-2 advantage for the man breaking right now, Michael Aquino. 9 ball in motion, 6 ball goes down, and the shot on the 1 Pretty open layout. We could see a 2-9 combination in the horizon para dito kay Michael Aquino. He is looking at that. Mukhang hindi naman magkakasya yung dos. Mukhang kasya naman pala yung dos. From this angle, you can now see. But he's not going for the direct hit. Again, he can still make the 2 ball. It passes the 9.
Extension.
Oh, looks like he might be going for a billiard on the 9. Gagamitin niyang pantago. To no avail. It's gonna come up short. Now we got a long and straight shot on the 2 coming from Chris Dolls. Mukhang nag-a-apply as manager itong si Erwin Ibasco. He's giving us who wants a shout out from Diet Etc. Billiards dyan sa Camarines Sur. Miss on the 2. Aba, pumasok sa kabila. And a quick apology coming from Dolls. And suddenly, it's an open layout for the man from Labo, Camarines Sur. Or Camarines Norte, rather. Does reside in Sampaloc, Manila. Again, the pocketing of Dolls has been impeccable. Not the ideal landing spot for the 8 ball. Di ko alam kung makukuha niya pa rin to. He's gonna try to hide behind the 9. Kung kailan patapos ka na, doon ka pa nadapa sa preparasyon. Trying to make contact off the side rail para dito kay Aquino. Contact made. Gumalawang 9. However, that's a scratch. Everything's starting to fall apart for Michael Aquino. In this rack at least. And Dolls about to tie things up. The 52-year-old from Camarines Norte ties it up at 3. And rack number 7 will happen after this short break. Stay with us for more action from SBA Next.
Founded in 1990, Rasen is a global leader in billiard manufacturing and export, powered by 4 seamlessly connected factories. With over 1.6 million square feet of production space, we produce more than 50,000 billiard tables annually across all categories. Global reach, nearly 100 countries. While others merely assemble, Rasen fully controls the entire manufacturing chain, leading the global billiards industry with solid manufacturing power.
Rasen, innovate every move.
Balikan po natin ang labanan sa ating independents dito po sa SBA Next. The score is tied at 3 racks apiece in this race to 7. As before we head into rack number 7, maraming salamat sa Andy para sa ating world-class na tapete na ginagamit dito sa SBA Next and sa Sharks Billiards Association. Noel Zarate, still bringing you this epic matchup. Walang urungan between these two players. Michael Aquino in the gray from Antipolo and Chris Dolls in the orange from Camarines Norte. I'm not quite sure if that was a cut break. Looks like Dolls missed the target. So legal break naman daw, sabi ni ang ating referee. Nagkaroon tuloy ng maraming taguan para dito kay Aquino but did not utilize any of it. Of course, our referee is Mario Bautista. So medyo harang ang numero 8 dito sa yellow 1. The 1 is still being blocked by the 8. You try again to get down there but no. Hindi talaga umaabot. Aquino with yet another missed safety. And an open shot para dito kay Dolls. Sabi ni Jay Coneo, shout out sa mga batang Q-Hub. Ayan, mga nanonood dyan ulit sa Q-Hub. Maraming salamat sa inyo pag-host sa atin last week. As Dolls is able to roll in the 1 ball. Does he still see the 2? Here, Dennis Po, the top right of your screens, the head coach of the Manila MSW Mavericks, is also here watching. Now, Dennis, upper right of your screens in the audience area.
Good.
Dolls missing on the 3. And gets fortunate na may harang dito ang numero 9. Maybe Aquino can still get a piece of this 3. Wala rin naman siyang dadaanan sa kick shot. Makes the 3 move. Watch out for the cue ball. Almost scratching. And look at this fortunate roll. Keeping the cue ball up. Malayo yung 3. Pabuti hindi hinaharangan ng 4. See if Dolls tries to attack this. He does attack and he gets it. Long distance shooting from a 52-year-old. But missed on the 4. At bibigyan ng pagkakataon nito si Michael Aquino na makaligpit. He may run into the 9 or the 7 or probably even both. Dito sa tirang ito. Remember, the 5 is the next object ball. Tawid dagat. And you like it that Aquino put the cue ball on the bottom rail. So kalahati lang halos ng pamato ang pwedeng gamitin dito ni Dolls para tamaan yung 4. Now hitting the 4 is not an issue. Saan pa pupuntahin para mahirapan si Aquino sa sunod niyang tira? Oh, this is gonna sell out. Four ball available in the side pocket now para kay Aquino, and he has won the safety battle. Gonna have to navigate traffic to get to the 6 ball. At dyan yan lang kukunin. Might be too straight on 6. Wants to avoid that 7-9 combination. And he does avoid it.
Extension.
Humingi na ng extension. Etong si Aquino. And he's about to retake the lead. If he can get these last 2 balls down. Tandaan natin, in rack number 3, he was shooting at the 9 ball stretched out sa mesa and he missed. He's not going to be stretched out for this shot on the 9. They call him the Suman King. And Michael Aquino from Antipolo City now takes a 4-3 lead in this race to 7. Manatili lang po yung nakatutok dito sa SBA Next. Magbabalik po kami.
Founded in 1990, Rasen is a global leader in billiard manufacturing and export, powered by 4 seamlessly connected factories. With over 1.6 million square feet of production space, we produce more than 50,000 billiard tables annually across all categories. Global reach, nearly 100 countries. While others merely assemble, Rasen fully controls the entire manufacturing chain, leading the global billiards industry with solid manufacturing power.
Rasen, innovate every
And we rejoin the action dito po sa Sharks Billiards Arena para sa aming patuloy na paghatid sa inyo ng SBA Next. And at this point, nais natin pasalamatan ang Dynaspheres Next Gen Phenolic Resin Balls. Yan pong ginagamit natin dito sa ating kompetisyon sa SBA Next, pati na rin
Break.
sa Sharks Billiards Association. Noel Zarate still bringing you the action as Michael Aquino of Antipolo City breaks off here in rack number 8. At yung pamato ay nawala. It hit the point of the side pocket and rolled straight into the corner pocket. So a scratch on the break, ball in hand for Chris Doles of Labo, Camarines Norte. Mukhang may pa-tournament yata kayo dyan, sa Mondio Billiards Hall in Labo, Camarines Norte. Yan daw ang home court nitong si Chris Doles. Walang issues to report at the table. Oh, but a miss on the 2. Now, Dolls is starting to miss. A few unforced errors here and there. Gamit ng tiririt itong si Aquino sa tira ng kasapatos para sa dos. He needs to come back off the top rail to get position on the 4. But missed the 3. Kanya-kanya ng unforced errors ito. Dolls, may pagkakataon makatabla pag naubos niya yung mga natitirang bola. Galing dito sa numero 3. Settles for a longer shot on the 4. Again, Chris Dolls, 52 years old. Showing the moves of a veteran player. Again, if you're just joining us, Chris Dolls, when he's not playing pool, he is a tattoo artist and a driving instructor. Tanong siya, kaya mo ba mag-apply ng tattoo habang nagmamaneho? Pinasayaw pa yung pamato. Pinaikot-ikot para sa 9. Aabot ba? It's gonna come up a bit short. This is gonna be a tough shot on the 9. Tanda natin, Aquino missed a shot on the 9 earlier, gave the rack to Dolls. And Dolls is also gonna be stretched out. But Dolls decides to use his Q extension, something na hindi naisipang gamitin ni Aquino kanina. Might even go for a time extension. Tinitignan niya yung patama. Yung contact point dyan sa halos nakasulat na yung numero 9. Oh, gagabihin to. And Michael Aquino gets the rack he lost back. 9 ball at tinitira ni Aquino nung rack number 4. And now 9 ball has been missed by Dolls. Aquino, this 9 ball to take a 5-3 lead in this race to 7. The object of the game is to sink the 9 ball. Dolls didn't do it. Aquino did. And we're gonna have rack number 9 when we return. Stay with us.
From champion to Andy, from Taiwan to the world. Andy Premier Cloth, powering elite professional tournament with unparalleled playability and quality. Qatar 10 Ball World Cup, WCBS Championship, WPA 9 Ball China Open. 3 consecutive World Games, our goal is to manufacture billiard cloth with exceptional quality and consistent playability. What Andy truly values is the strong reputation in the market and the driving force behind it.
Experience the ultimate thrill. The perfect place to enjoy the game. Catch the best odds, the biggest games, and the fastest payouts. Make it even more exciting with MSW. MSW, for the serious sports bettor.
Back with us here inside the Mecca of Philippine Billiards, the Sharks Billiards Arena, for our continuing coverage of SBA Next. Noel Zarate pa rin po nag-aatid sa inyo ng mga labanan. Kasama po dyan ang PusoP.com, part of the Smart Sports Network. Thank you very much for your continued support of SBA Next and the Sharks Billiards Association.
Break.
Marami na nagtatanong kung kailan daw ang next season ng SBA Season 3. Ay malapit na po nating sabihin yan. Of course, SBA Next will continue all the way until towards the end of October. Mahaba po itong ating torneo. And of course, the independent players that you're watching right now are battling for a spot in the top 40. And once we hit 40 players, they have to trim it down to 20 and then to 10. So far, 22 players or 23 players have already advanced, including Cledso Malinog, who won earlier against Rolando Garcia Jr. 7-3. So 23 slots filled and 17 more slots to go. So baka nag-iisip kayo, paano yan? Yung mga, munti ka na mag-scratch. Yung mga, di ba, 32 matches yan eh. Or make that 64 matches, then you get 32 players moving on. So how do you fill out the next 8 slots? Yung kung sino yung pinakamaraming racks na nakuha sa kanilang pagkatalo will also be joining the top 40. And as of yesterday, nagkaroon na po tayo ng 5 laban na naging hil-hil. So at least 5 players may be guaranteed from the losing side to make it to the final 40. As Aquino runs into the 3, uses it to stop the cue ball, and he could be heading towards the hill. Sa kalat na ganito sa nilalaro ni Aquino. Puro bagsak-bagsak na lang ito. That cue ball's not leaving the center of the table until it's time to shoot the 9 ball. Good navigation by Aquino. Again, the last time he landed funny on the 9, nahirapan siya. Not gonna be the case right now. Actually, I was Doles who landed funny on the 9 and he missed it. Aquino's not gonna make the same mistake. And this left-handed player from Antipolo Rizal, originally from Santa Barbara, Pangasinan, is now on the hill in his matchup here in the independents category against Crispin Doles III. Aquino will be breaking for the match when we return.
Founded in 1990, Rasen is a global leader in billiard manufacturing and export, powered by 4 seamlessly connected factories. With over 1.6 million square feet of production space, we produce more than 50,000 billiard tables annually across all categories. Global reach, nearly 100 countries. While others merely assemble, Rasen fully controls the entire manufacturing chain, leading the global billiards industry with solid manufacturing power.
Rasen, innovate every move.
And we are about to witness this break coming from Michael Aquino, and he's breaking for a spot in the Final 40 dito po sa SBA Next. At bago po siya sumargo, maraming salamat sa MSW Sports Betting for your continued support of SBA Next and the Sharks Billiards Association. And this is Noel Zarate witnessing with you this break shot galing dito kay Michael Aquino for a spot in the Final 40. 8 ball down. And a shot on the 1. So masalimut lang dito yung 2 at saka yung 3. As in the comments, we have Rocas. Si Rocas going for Suman King. And ito na rin si Jelay Aquino also rooting for the Suman King. He's got an
Extension.
elementary shot on the 9, but again, the 2 and the 3, or the 2 ball actually, more than the 3. The 2 ball is the issue. Ate, mapapaikot niya pa yung pamato. Able to make contact on the 2. Excuse me, but that might be enough. That might not be enough. Now, if he rolls this, hindi, tama na lang yung panipis. Oh, use the 3 ball to get it done. Creative shot coming from Michael Aquino. And he does have a shot on the 3. Na tinatawag na dunong. Almost perfect on the 4. Oh, missed the 4. Just puts his hands in the air. Parang ano pa magagawa ko doon. And again, a stay of execution. Ika nga para dito kay Dolls. Aquino obviously frustrated with that miss. Nakita na natin yan kahapon, ha? Doon sa matchup natin sa Independence when Sherwin Jake Reyes had a 5-2 lead. Oh, a miss! This time on the 5 galing kay Dolls. And gets fortunate that the 7 ball blocks the 5. Going back to yesterday, Sherwin Jake Reyes had a 5-2 lead over Jaime Caponitan. And Caponitan took that match 7-6. So anything is possible. It's gonna be an intentional foul.
Foul.
I don't know if that's gonna work. Para dito kay Aquino. Could not escape the safety. Tried to tie up the 9 and the 6. And as you can see from this angle, that 6 ball is clear. Eroy Bautista once again, shout out sa mga kaibigan natin dyan sa Candon City, Ilocos Sur. Such a beautiful place. Now the 9 has been placed in a precarious position by Dolls. Napatayo rin doon si Aquino para makita kung saan bumagsak itong 9. Alanganin. Dolls is straight on the 7. He cannot attack it from this side. Kung angled shot yan, he has to be
Extension.
dead straight on this 9. And it's not gonna get there. It's not gonna get there. Wanted to shoot it short side. Itataas sana. Tinitignan ni referee Mario Bautista if the 9 ball is frozen. If it is, he has to make it move. Looks like it is frozen. Hindi niya pwede ipatong to. That's a legal shot. But now, one more shot for Michael Aquino to advance to the round of 40 on a critical error sa dulo para kay Crispin Dols III. And Aquino has done it. Michael Aquino of Antipolo Rizal has defeated Crispin Dols III 7-3 to book his spot in the next 40. And so congratulations to Aquino, the Suman King. But when we return, eto na po ang ating main event, the Battle of the Stables. Who's it gonna be for Team Fury and who is it gonna be for Team Bad Boy? We will find out when we return. This is SBA Next. Welcome back to our continuing coverage of SBA Next dito po sa Sharks Billiards Arena in Morato, Quezon City. And we are now gonna be treated to another battle in the stable versus stable category as the Bad Boy Warriors once again take on Fury. Magandang gabi po sa inyo lahat. Noel Zarate pa rin po. Nagatid sa inyo ng aksyon. And tonight's matchup will be a repeat of last August 15th matchup. We're gonna talk about that in just a bit. Samantala, ito munang rules natin of this game. The 9 ball is racked on the spot and a 40-second shot clock applies after the break. 30 seconds kada tira pagkatapos noon. At pag medyo nangamote, pwedeng gumamit ng 10-second extension per rack. And failure to strike the cue ball is a foul if you don't strike it before the buzzer. And of course, dito sa SBA, jump shots are not allowed. So once again, we are still under the supervision and regulation of the Games and Amusements Board. Maya po yan. Napapanood niyo po tayo Tuesdays to Saturdays from 9 p.m. to 12 midnight. Dito po sa Signal, pati na rin sa One Sports and sa One Sports Plus, pati na rin sa Pilipinas Live. Ayan na, pwede natin ulit pakilala ang ating mga officials from the Games and Amusements Board, Vince Eusebio and Glenn Pe. Sila po ang ating mga GAB representatives for tonight as we are under the supervision and regulation of the Games and Amusements Board. So, James Dean Tew, who is undefeated so far dito sa ating stable matchup, 4-0, going up against the man he's already defeated before. Ito pong si Reynel Salinel para sa Fury stable. So, their last matchup, nanalo po ito si Tew. Can it change now that the scenery has changed, the venue has changed? We'll find out. Lag na po tayo with our referee, Mario Bautista, to get this match underway. Once again, still a race to 7. Magkikita na naman yung dalawang point guards para sa magkabilang kupunan. And the lag is going to be won by Tew. So James Dean Tew will be breaking first. The Bad Boy Warriors have a first crack dito sa kanilang sargo in our stable versus stable. So far, sa ating stable versus stable, the score is 7-3 in favor of the Bad Boy Warriors. As we thank our friends from Conlon for your continued support of SBA Next and SBA and the Sharks Billiards Association. So again, 7-3 ang abante in the series para dito sa Bad Boy Warriors. But James Dean Tew is the undefeated player para sa kanilang 4 wins already, including 1 over Reynel Salina last August 11. Doon po naganap sa Q-Hub yun. So Tew, nickname is Denden, making the 9-ball move sa kanyang sargo. However, nothing goes down. And Reynel Salinel seeing his this is the third time na lalaro siya. Actually, naglaro na ito 2 beses pala. This is their third encounter already. Tew won last August 11, 7-3, and last August 15, 7-3 din ang score. Pero both those games were held at Q-Hub, which is supposed to be the home court ng Fury stable. Fury went 0 for 5 last week. But last night, nanalo po si Albert Espinola when he defeated William Millares Jr. here to snap that 5-game losing streak. Kaya bang sundan itong si Reynel Salinel, ang dating kapitan ng Paranaque Kings sa SBA? A good position on the 3. Maybe can just stop right there where the 3 is. Take the 4 into the side pocket. Take the 5 into the opposite side pocket. Right there where the 3 was. 4 to the side, 5 into the opposite 5, and the 6 into the corner pocket. So, very elementary layout para dito sa mamang taga Olongapo City, Reynel Salinel. Yan na, hilera para dito sa 6 ball. And Salinel, remember, Dalawang beses na dadapa dito against you. Gusto niya makauna. And he has a golden opportunity to do that. Medyo naharangan ng 8 itong si Salinel. That's just a bad roll. Has to kick at the 7 ball. And makes the 7 ball into the side of the kick shot. Medyo napakuna sa noo si Reynel Salinel after that one. It's a long shot on the 8 though.
Extension.
He and Albert Espinola, the former SBA players on the lineup para dito sa Fury stable. Missed on the 8. Missed on the other side for the 8. Double mumugation para dito kay Reynel Salinel. Now a long and straight shot for Denden Tew.
Extension.
Paubos na dapat si Salinel. He had a great shot on the 7, a kick shot on the 7. But then missed this 8 ball. Tew immediately going to his extension. No problem para dito sa numero 8. At hindi naman nakapatong sa side pocket ang 9, so he can just roll in the 9. So Reynel Salinel made the first 7 balls in this rack. But the object of the game is to shoot the 9 ball for the score. Nakauna si James Dean Tew for the Bad Koi Warriors. And we will have rack number 2 shortly. Stay with us. This is SBA Next.
From champion to Andy, from Taiwan to the world. Andy Premier Cloth, powering elite professional tournament with unparalleled playability and quality. Qatar 10 Ball World Cup, WCBS Championship, WPA 9 Ball China Open. 3 consecutive World Games. Our goal is to manufacture billiard cloth with exceptional quality and consistent playability. What Andy truly values is the strong reputation in the market and the driving force behind it.
Founded in 1990, Rasen is a global leader in billiard manufacturing and export, powered by 4 seamlessly connected factories. With over 1.6 million square feet of production space, we produce more than 50,000 billiard tables annually across all categories. Global reach, nearly 100 countries. While others merely assemble, Rasen fully controls the entire manufacturing chain, leading the global billiards industry with solid manufacturing power.
Rasen, innovate every move.
Back with us here in our continuing coverage of SBA Next mula po rito sa Sharks Billiards Arena in Tomas Morato, Quezon City. 1-0 para kay Denden Tew of the Bad Koi Warriors as we thank our friends from Tanduay Athletics sa inyong patuloy na pagsuporta sa SBA Next and the Sharks Billiards Association. You're still with Noel Zarate.
Break.
And we are going to be here sa Sharks Arena until Saturday at mukhang lilipat na naman tayo sa Q-Hub. Kung nagtataka po kayo, bakit hindi pa yata nag-home court itong Bad Koi Warriors? Inaayos pa yung kanilang venue sa Las Piñas. And with that, we'd like to give a shout out as well to Jarvin Choa, the team owner of the Bad Koi Warriors. Lording it over in the standings, 7 wins and 3 losses. Dry break again para kay Tew. And the man they call the Sentinel, Reynel Salinel. Again, Salinel started out pretty well, made the first 7 balls, tapos nagkaroon ng problema sa 8. Mumugation. Lost that first rack. Double clutch dito itong si Salinel. Doesn't look like he's going for the side pocket. He's going for a safety. With dagat variety, hindi natago ang pamato sa likod ng 3 at saka 7. Of course, we'd also like to give a shout out naman sa mga team owners nitong Fury Stable. Adrian Oquindo and Mark Chan also watching us right now. So open 2 ball, good contact naman para kay Tew. Not quite sure if Salinel wants to thin this in. Ang dami pa rin pwedeng gamiting taguan sa baba ng mesa. Instead, Salinel will use the lone ball upstairs, which is the 7. Maybe not quite getting there. He was going to roll this forward and use the 8 as a blocker. James Dean Tew, of course, from Candon, Ilocos Sur. Ang dami ng mga taga-Candon dito kanina na nagpaparamdam. Kick shot for Salinel. Successfully ginamit na pangharang dito yung 4, although that it's not really playing as a combination. Yun na sinisilip dito ni Denden Tew. Medyo off angle to shoot this as a combination. Medyo malayo rin sa butas. Pero kung kumpiyansa ka naman, Tew goes for it. But the backup plan to hide the cue ball behind the 8 does not work. Now may issue pa dito. Ang latag para kay Salinel. That 3 and 6 are together. That's actually the next object ball. So might have to do a little check side on this 2 ball to keep the 3 in that area. Ginamitan na lang ng draw shot. Needs to be perfectly landing on position para sa 4. Kasi medyo nakaharang si 7. Does he get enough? Looks like he does. Oh, but a miss on the 4. Tirang pabuntis, and Salinel will make that 9 out of 10 times. That's the one time he's gonna miss it. Angeli Rabong saying hi to Reynald Salinel. Good luck daw sa kanya. Alex Alarcon rooting for James Dean Tew. Na maganda na mga naiiwang bola. Maganda na pwesto. Oh, but he scratched on the 5. That ball was loaded with spin. Skidded a bit and went straight into the side pocket. So the first mistake of the night for Tew. And Salinel is going to capitalize on this.
Meron.
Tumigil just in time yung pamato. Salinel able to come back to the table after a foul on Tew. And now ties it up at 1 rack apiece. Rack number 3 will happen in just a few moments. Stay with us for more right here on SBA Next.
Founded in 1990, Rasen is a global leader in billiard manufacturing and export, powered by 4 seamlessly connected factories. With over 1.6 million square feet of production space, we produce more than 50,000 billiard tables annually across all categories. Global reach, nearly 100 countries. While others merely assemble, Rasen fully controls the entire manufacturing chain, leading the global billiards industry with solid manufacturing power.
Rasen, innovate every move.
Malapit na po magsimula ang rack number 3 in the stable versus stable matchup between the Bad Boy Warriors and the Fury stable. At bago po sumargo si Reynel Salinel in the third rack, nais natin pasalamatan ang one-ball billiard specialists for your continued support of SBA Next and the Sharks Billiards Association. Noel Zarate still on the call.
Break.
Reynel Salinel able to capitalize on a mistake earlier by James Dean Tew. Ang batang gapo, sumasargo ngayon. 9-ball tracking, but will come up short. Nothing down on the break for Salinel. It's like Tew might play a kick shot at the one, parang kick and stick to leave that 1 ball there. Tried it, but it rolled out. And does not get the fortunate roll. Kitang-kita, numero 1 para kay Salinel. Maganda na rin ang kalat ng bola. Two ball passes the 8. Reynel Salinel is 0 for 2 so far here in stable versus stable. Those 2 losses coming from his opponent tonight. Retribution on the mind of Salinel. This could be a quick one for Salinel. Opening kick and stick para kay James Dean Tew again. Coming off a foul in rack number 2. Oh, another miss para kay Salinel. This time on the 5 ball. Iniisip na niya yung position niya para sa 6 but missed the object ball. And Tew can cross back this 5.
Extension. Extension. Extension.
If Tew cross banks this, and with the right speed on the cue ball, he'll be perfect on the 6. Yung depensa, mas mahirap sa opensa. E di umopensa ka na lang. There's the crossback. Successful. Para kay James Dean Tew. At mukhang makakanakaw na naman siya rito kay Salinel. 6 into the side. Might be straight enough to draw this back. Or play it off 2 rails. Okay na pala yan. Clears the 8. And the gentleman from Candon, Ilocos Sur, about to steal another one. So James Dean Tew of the Bad Koi Warriors takes a 2-1 lead in this race to 7. More action coming from SBA Next sa ating pong pagbabalik.
Founded in 1990, Rasen is a global leader in billiard manufacturing and export, powered by 4 seamlessly connected factories. With over 1.6 million square feet of production space, we produce more than 50,000 billiard tables annually across all categories. Global reach, nearly 100 countries. While others merely assemble, Rasen fully controls the entire manufacturing chain, leading the global billiards industry with solid manufacturing power.
Rasen, innovate every move.
Back us here inside the Shark Billiards Arena in Tomas Morato, Quezon City. More of SBA Next in just a few moments as we thank One Sports and One Sports Plus sa inyong patuloy na pagsuporta sa SBA Next and the Shark Billiards Association. Napapanood niyo po tayo ngayon dyan live on One Sports and One Sports Plus Tuesdays to Saturdays starting 9 p.m. Noel Zarate still bringing you the action as Den Tew breaks off in rack number 4. Scratch on the break. Dalawa pa naman sana na ipasok niya. Mukhang habol pa interest. 3 balls down on the break for Tew. And he added 1 more, the white ball. Ball in hand with only 6 more balls to shoot. Para dito kay Daniel Salinel, the first object ball off the break is the 4. Kasha ang 5 rito. Remember, he missed the 5 in the same pocket earlier. Ito si Salinel. This time, no mistake. Dami na mintis ni Salinel kanina, mumugation variety. Medyo dispabor pa dito sa numero 7 to get to the 8 ball, but there are no more balls remaining on the table.
Extension.
Alaganin, ano? Kung babatakin mo, patatakbo yung pamato. Pinatakbo yung pamato. Naku, nag-scratch pa sa nung pagtama sa 9. Things are just not going right for Rainiel Salinel. He only had 6 more balls to hit and leaves 2 balls, including the 9, into the next pocket para dito kay James Dean Tew. My goodness. It's a 3-1 lead for the Bad Koi Warriors. And Rainiel Salinel has to collect himself heading into rack number 5. At mapapanood nyo po yan sa aming pong pagbabalik. Stay with us for more action from SBA Next.
I'm Jonas Magpantay, team captain of MSW Mavericks, 10-ball World Cup champion, and the Conland Pro player.
Patuloy po ang paghatid namin sa inyo ng SBA Next. And in just a few moments, rack number 5 will be underway. James Dean Tew now leading 3-1 kontra kay Rainiel Salinel. Salamat sa signal sa inyong patuloy na pagsuporta sa SBA Next and the Sharks Billiards Association. Boy, Rainiel Salinel
Break.
had 6 balls to shoot after Tew made 3 balls on the break but scratched in the last rack. And eventually nag-scratch din itong si Rainiel Salinel. This time it's a dry break. Pero no shot on the 1. Para kay Salinel, he's gonna have to execute a push-out.
Push.
Ipapatong na lang dito sa uno. Now the 9 is off the rail. Pero gagamitin pa rin itong si Tew. Ang mga bolang nakakalat dyan, pantago. Look at the total eclipse. 7 backed up by the 3 and the 6. Parang 2 rails lang ang dadaanan nitong si Salinel. Can he
Extension.
get it behind the 5? May eskinita sa pagitan ng 7 at saka 9. Pero pag kinarga mo ng kanan yan, tumama sa uno, baka dire-diretso scratch. It looks like, what is this, an intentional foul? Oh, he's gonna Z-kick it. To no avail. Ball in hand for Tew. I'd like to say hi to those who are greeting us on our Facebook Live. Alex Alcarion, kaano ka ni Aaron to? Alam ko, mga taga-Kandun din to eh. Good luck daw to James. Si Lloyd also watching. Chong De Gia and Victor Suniga also. Not a good landing on this 2 ball, so it's going to be a safety from Tew. Gamitin niya pang harang yung 9. Dinikit pa talaga sa long rail, sa short rail. Gagawin lang dito, nitong si Salinel, sundan kung saan dumaan yung pamato to make contact with the 2 off the side rail. Mukhang hindi natago to. Yan, wide open shot on the 2. He's digging into this. Oh, I'm not quite sure what he intended to do there, itong si Tew. Ano yung tawag self-defense? Nakaharang ang 6 sa 3. Tew's gonna have to kick at this. Oh, but made the 4. That is a lucky break para dito kay James Dean Tew. And suddenly, the balls are spread out well. Shout out to Aaron Alcarion from Alex Alcarion. Aaron, of course, did play on opening day but ended up losing his match. Sa Independence nga po, Danielo Zambrano able to defeat Aaron John Alcarion on opening day 7-0. Two balls remaining for James Dean Tew to take a 4-1 lead dito sa ating stable battle. Nine to the side. Or the center pocket as it is called abroad. 4-1 lead. James Dean Tew. As Reynald Salinel just can't catch a break. Rack number 6 is about to take place. We'll take a short break. We'll step away and we'll be back in a moment.
Experience the ultimate thrill. The perfect place to enjoy the game. Catch the best odds, the biggest games, and the fastest payouts. Make it even more exciting with MSW. MSW, for the serious sports bettor.
SBA Next continues dito po sa Sharks Arena in Morato, Quezon City. At bago po natin simulan ang ating sunod na rack, which will be rack number 6, we'd like to thank our friends from Dynaspheres Next Gen Phenolic Resin Balls. At nagpapa-shoutout naman si Aaron Alcarion
Break.
na lumaban din dito sa ating Independence naman, Independence category. Best friend niya daw itong sumasargo, si James Dean Tew. All of them from Candon, Ilocos Sur. Seven ball is gonna get kicked in. Medyo kita si Uno. Pero walang pa-opensa para dito kay Tew.
push.
Na-take over na po ng Alcarion clan ang ating chat sa Facebook. Nagsasabi lang naman po ng totoo. 7-0 po yun. Pero, alam naman natin, may mga araw na ganun eh. Long distance shot from Salinel. Mukhang hindi pa rin kita ito para sa side pocket. Nakaharang pa rin ng 5. Has to kick at it. Sends the 1 ball behind the 3 ball. That's one of the best safeties we've seen all night. And this is coming off a kick. What an incredible shot there from Denden Tiu. Kick shot successful. Oh, ang ganda naman ng pambawi dito ni Reynald Salinel. This is a quality safety battle we're watching. Salinel able to hide the cue ball behind the 6. Inescapable na to halos. It's like 2 rails upstairs. Maybe even 3 rails para dito kay Tiu. Two rails lang kinailangan. May tatago ba ulit? May tatago nga. Napapailing na lang dito si Salinel. Now Salinel has a 1 rail kick off the side. Watch out for the cue ball. Nanatili sa mesa. And a cover on the 8. This is amazing stuff from these two gentlemen. Look at that. Total eclipse of the 1 from the 8. So you're going to try to fit this between the 8 and 9 and use the bottom rail. Hindi tumama. Salinel winning the safety battle. Nag-stretching pa ng konti. Etong si Sentinel.
All one.
Now the cleanup will begin for the former captain of the Parañaque Kings. Mga ilang kakampi niya nandito rin sa SBA Next, all playing as independents. Well, of course, Dart Bonode is also part of the Bad Boy Warriors. But the others, Roel Omay, Nick Abergas, ito si Eric Navarrete who's already through. Itong si Eric Navarrete. All members of the Parañaque Kings, now free agents. Of course, one of our former Sharks players as well, Joshua Militante, was eliminated already. Very deliberate para dito kay Reynald Salinel and trying to clean this up. Hindi na pwede mga mumugation. Earlier, he was 2 balls away. Then he was 3 balls away. Missed.
Extension.
And Tiu was able to capitalize. Extension requested. Naniniguro na itong si Reynald Salinel. Remember, the first 2 times these two gentlemen met dito sa ating stable versus stable, pareho pong naipanalo ni James Dean Tiu by a similar score of 7-3. Tiu is up 4-1. But Salinel is about to close that gap. sa pamamagitan ng tiririt. 9 ball down. Tew 4, Salinel 2. In this battle of the stables. Rack number 7 happens when we return.
I'm Jonas Magpantay, team captain of MSW Mavericks, 10-ball World Cup champion, and a Conlen Pro player.
Founded in 1990, Rasen is a global leader in billiard manufacturing and export, powered by 4 seamlessly connected factories. With over 1.6 million square feet of production space, we produce more than 50,000 billiard tables annually across all categories. Global reach, nearly 100 countries. While others merely assemble, Rasen fully controls the entire manufacturing chain, leading the global billiards industry with solid manufacturing power.
Rasen, innovate every move.
Back with us here inside the Sharks Arena. Napatuloy ng paghatid namin sa inyo ng SBA Next. Stable versus stable right now. And so far so good for the Bad Koi Warriors. They're ahead 4-2. Pusopi.com, maraming salamat sa inyo, part of the Smart Sports Network. Sa inyong patuloy na pagsuporta sa SBA Next and the Sharks Billiards Association. This is still Noel Zarate. And now Reynel Salinel able to come back to the table, down 4-2 kontra kay James Dean Tew. Fury won last night. Can Salinel come back and do it again? 2 ball down on the break. Shot on the 1. Ganda ng kalat. And Salinel has been in this situation before, but somehow couldn't close it out. Let's see if we can have this, the first break and run out of the evening. A little bit short in preparation for the 3. Pinunas na lang niya yung daanan ng 3. Hoping to chop this in and not get hooked behind the 9. He does not get hooked behind the 9. Malayo lang talaga ang tira niya rito sa 4. But still makeable sa kalibre nitong si Sentinel. So again, an elementary layout for Reynel Salinel. He needs a break. He needs to catch fire. Little straight. Straight bow, dispabor.
Extension.
I'd have come up short here. Very straight on this 6. Madadaya pa ba niya yung butas para mapatakbo yung pamato papunta sa 7? Dinaya niya yung butas. Pero napalakas yung kanyang tira. He missed the 6. And now Tew, semi-diretso dito sa 6. Nakasapatos pa yung kanyang tira sa 7. Hugh's favorite player is Johan Chua. What would Johan do in this situation? He's trying to jack up. This is not a guaranteed make. He missed it. It's one thing to hit a long and straight shot, but if you're jacking up, ang daming pwedeng gumalaw sa iyong tira. So Salinel has to make this cue ball come back to about where that 6 ball is. That's good. Yes, enough of the table to avoid short-siding the 8. At mukhang makakaligtas si Reynald Salinel sa kanyang pagmintis kanina. Walang parusang parating para sa Batang Gapo. Salinel cuts the lead down to 1. 4 for the Bad Koi Warriors. 3 for Fury. And the 8th rack will happen when we return.
From champion to Andy, from Taiwan to the world. Andy Premier Cloth, powering elite professional tournament with unparalleled playability and quality. Qatar 10 Ball World Cup, WCBS Championship, WPA 9 Ball China Open. 3 consecutive World Games. Our goal is to manufacture billiard cloth with exceptional quality and consistent playability. What Andy truly values is the strong reputation in the market and the driving force behind it.
I'm Jonas Magpantay, team captain of MSW Mavericks, 10 Ball World Cup champion, and the Conland Pro player.
Patuloy po paghatid namin sa inyo ng SBA Next. 4-3, Bad Koi, abante pa rin kontra sa Fury, but back-to-back wins for Reynald Salinel has put him in a position to tie in rack number 8. Maraming salamat, MSW Sports Betting, for your continued support of SBA Next and the Sharks Billiards Association. Noel Zarate, still broadcasting, and you are watching us live everywhere. So hang on tight. And let's see if Salinel can make something happen on his break. The 9 ball moved. Pero walang pumasok sa sargo ni Sentinel. Hugh has an option to attack this 1 ball. If he hits it with the right speed, he can get position on the 2 if he chooses to attack. And he is right over that 9 ball. Our referee, Mario Bautista, is going to look earlier today sa ating independent matchup. Somebody hit a ball that was not supposed to be hit. At foul yung naitawag. Yun. Namumog, ginabi, at mukhang may tanaw si Salinel sa numero 1. Yan, that was not an easy shot, but look at the position on the 2. Would have been perfect. Salinel again with an open layout. Ingat sa pag-landing, yun lang. He wanted to put that cue ball between the 4 and the 5. Instead, tumama sa 5 at pumarada sa likod ng 4. Salinel now has to kick at this 3 ball. Good contact, but that sells out the 3. Chance now for Denden Tew to clean this up. Tanong dito si McCoy Vergara, libre po ba manood? Yes, libre po manood. Punta ka lang sa Sharks Arena. Oh! An unforced error for Tew. So again, McCoy, punta ka lang dito sa ating kinalalagyan sa Sharks Billiards Arena on Morato, Quezon City. Libre pong pumasok, libreng manood. And we are watching a saga right now. No offensive shot on the 3. Well, it looked from the top shot na hindi, pero pumasok din. And a tough shot coming up on the 4 ball para kay Salinel. He can make this into the side pocket. Walang issue. Reynel Salinel could not get beyond 3 wins sa kanilang unang dalawang pagtatagpo. He is 4 balls away from getting his 4th win and to tie this one up. Yan, puro natural na lang ito. Konting kaliwa siguro para sa 7 to get to that 8. Reynel Salinel will capitalize on yet another mistake on an unforced error from James Dean Tew. And for the first time this season, Reynel Salinel eclipses the 4-win mark and ties this up at 4 racks apiece. We will have rack number 9 when we return. Stay with us for more action from SBA Next.
From champion to Andy, from Taiwan to the world. Andy Premier Cloth, powering elite professional tournament with unparalleled playability and quality. Qatar 10 Ball World Cup, WCBS Championship, WPA 9 Ball China Open. 3 consecutive World Games, our goal is to manufacture billiard cloth with exceptional quality and consistent playability. What Andy truly values is the strong reputation in the market and the driving force behind it.
Rack number 9 with the score tied at 4 racks apiece. Dito po sa ating stable versus stable matchup sa SBA Next. And before we begin rack number 9, maraming salamat sa Tanduay Athletics sa inyong patuloy na pagsuporta sa SBA Next and the Sharks Billiards Association. You're still with Noel Zarate as Reynel Salinel is looking for his first lead of this match. Nothing down on the break for Salinel. At malinaw na tira para sa uno, para kay Tew. Wala ring magkakadikit-dikit na bola, so this is looking like a target practice for the gentleman from Candon, Ilocos Sur. Medyo malapit sa 8, but this should still be no issue for Tew. Nagtatanong dito kung may next game nga. Ito na yung last game natin ngayon. Si Moises Lorenzo is asking kung may next game. Ito na po yung last game natin dito. Pero bukas mayroon pa rin po ulit. Hanggang Sabado po dito sa Sharks Arena ang venue. Oh, that ran into the 8 ball. Mapapalayo lang na konting tira dito ni Tew. Remember, Salinel missed a similar shot earlier. Let's see what Tew does with this one. Again, digging into the 6 ball. Walang problema. So Tew 3 balls away from reclaiming the lead. James Dean Tew, aka Denden, restores the lead to the Bad Koi Warriors 5-4 and will be breaking to get onto the hill when we return dito po sa SBA Next.
Founded in 1990, Rasen is a global leader in billiard manufacturing and export, powered by 4 seamlessly connected factories. With over 1.6 million square feet of production space, we produce more than 50,000 billiard tables annually across all categories. Global reach, nearly 100 countries. While others merely assemble, Rasen fully controls the entire manufacturing chain, leading the global billiards industry with solid manufacturing power.
Rasen, innovate every move.
Back with us here at the Sharks Billiards Arena in Morato, Quezon City, as James Dean Tew of the Bad Koi Warriors is breaking to get on the hill. Salamat sa Conlen sa inyong patuloy na pagsuporta sa SBA Next and the Sharks Billiards Association.
Break.
Then Tew, undefeated so far this season sa SBA Next. 4 wins, no losses. 7 ball down on the break, but the 4 ball gets in the way. Actually, 2 bola, pati yung 3 pumasok. So 7 balls remaining. Unfortunately for Tew, he's gonna have to play a push out.
Push.
Nakatayo na si Salinel. Didikit lang sa side rail. Iisipin ni Salinel, bakit itong binibigay sa aking tira? He can return this right now. Anong balak mo, bata? Salinel can't figure it out. So
Return.
binalik niya. Binalik niya dito kay Tiu. I'm not sure Tiu was expecting that because that's an open shot on the one. So mind games being played by the veteran from Olongapo. Tiu tries to jack up on this one. Last time he did this, he missed the object ball. Patatakbuhin, walang tinamaan. That one ball is gonna line up with the corner pocket. Ganong kalayo? Tignan natin sa top shot yan. Direk Eric, ganong kalayo yan? There you go. Manageable. But he's not gonna shoot it sa opensa. He's gonna bank it in. What a gutsy shot from Rainiel Salinel. Ayaw niyang kunin yung tirang pabuntis. And because of that bank shot, position on the 2 is automatic. And the 2 ball stays up. Wow! Ilang beses nang nag-iwan ng bola sa buta si Salinel sa gabing ito. Grudgingly sits down. And nagdabog na si Salinel, angry at himself for missing such an easy shot. Tiu could be on the hill. Doc Nicky Ang nanonood din. Anthony Valdez also watching us right now. Anthony Valdez nagpapa-shout out galing sa Montalban. Of course, Anthony Valdez, one of our players din sa ating next. Now, here, a situation. Pasama ang landing para dito kay Tiu. Now he has to kick at this 6 ball. And the cue ball stays up. But Rainiel Salinel finally gets another opportunity na makanakaw this time and tie it up at 5.
Extension.
Long and straight shot to the corner. Or a shot to the side. It's his choice. Corner. Missed it. And can't even get a lucky roll because now the 6 is cuttable into the side pocket para kay Tiu. And he's gonna change cue sticks for this shot.
Extension.
Not sure if that's his break cue that he's using now. Hindi niya inopensa. Salinel has to figure this one out. He hit a one-rail kick shot, offensive kick shot earlier, successfully. Can he do it again? Did not even make contact with the 6. Ball in hand for Tiu.
Wala na.
Two balls away from the hill for the Bad Koi Warriors. Parehong nakagamit na ng extension. And James Dean Tew. Gagamitin ang kanyang Q extension. Nakita mo, ang liksi niya talaga. Alam niya wala ng extension pero mahaba pa naman yung shot clock. This 9 for the hill. On the hill. For the Bad Koi Warriors, James Dean Tew, undefeated so far this season. Can he remain undefeated? Or will Salinel still have one final kick? We'll have rack number 11 when we return.
Founded in 1990, Rasen is a global leader in billiard manufacturing and export, powered by 4 seamlessly connected factories. With over 1.6 million square feet of production space, we produce more than 50,000 billiard tables annually across all categories. Global reach, nearly 100 countries. While others merely assemble, Rasen fully controls the entire manufacturing chain, leading the global billiards industry with solid manufacturing power.
Rasen, innovate every move.
And we are now entering rack number 11. James Dean Tew of the Bad Koi Warriors breaking for the match. At bago po niya gawin yan, nais natin pasalamatan ang ating mga kasama rito sa ating SBA Next, including One Ball Billiards Specialist. Thank you very much for your support. Noel Zarate still bringing you the action. At nagpapabati itong si Tony Montalban, si Anthony Valdez na nakalaban kahapon ni Mark Kerubin. Sa kasamaang palad, hindi po nanalo si Anthony Valdez. 7-2 yung naging scoreline doon. 5 ball down, 6 ball down, and no shot on the one for Tew. The plot thickens. So, shout out sa'yo, Anthony Valdez.
Push.
And Victor Suniga is watching kapwang batang gapo niya, itong si Reynald Salinel. Now, Tew will make a push out. Tandaan natin, the last time he did a push out, binalik sa kanya ni Salinel. Ito, auto-return to. Di natatayo si Salinel. The cue ball did not get to where Tew wanted it to go. At dalawa nakaharang. So Tew now has to kick. And it looks like Salinel has enough of the one ball. Hindi pala. Hindi niya maopensahan. Decides to give it back to Tew. Long distance sa uno. Seven balls remaining on the table. Dito po sa rack 11. A miss on the offensive shot at tumama pa sa point of the side pocket, which will give Salinel an easier shot on the one. Salinel is fighting to stay in this match. This is a race to 7. Needs to maneuver the cue ball to get to the 3. Alanganin ng bagsak. Still goes for it into the side pocket. Suabe. Might have babied the cue ball a bit. Kapos siya sa posisyon para sa 3. Still shaking his head.
Extension.
He has to shoot this into the side pa rin. Oh, looks like he's going corner with this one. Able to avoid the scratch, but where does the cue ball land? Kasya pa ba? Mukhang hindi. He's really looking kung meron siyang patama rito sa 4. Just needs to thin it and send the cue ball back to where he's standing. That's a good result. Semi-eclipse ng 7. It's gonna be a bottom rail kick if he can't see all of the 4. Or he can't see the right side of the 4. Dito siya dadaan sa kabila. Valiant attempt on the offensive kick, but the backup plan was to do this. Ngayon, kita ni Salinel yung patama para sa 4. If he intends to shoot this into the corner pocket, Salinel can see that. And down 2 racks with your opponent on the hill. You need to start looking for answers. But instead, he gives up a shot on the 4.
Extension.
If Q makes this, everything's in the open. He does not. And now, pangligpit na para dito kay Reynal Salinel. Q was a perfect 4-0 nung naglaro sa Q Hub. We're no longer in Q Hub. This to stay alive for the Sentinel. And we go on to rack number 12. Reynal Salinel able to take the 11th rack. 6-5 ang lamang ni James Dean Tew. Salinel is breaking to join him on the hill. Can he do it? Malalaman natin yan sa ating pong pagbabalik.
Founded in 1990, Rasen is a global leader in billiard manufacturing and export, powered by 4 seamlessly connected factories. With over 1.6 million square feet of production space, we produce more than 50,000 billiard tables annually across all categories. Global reach, nearly 100 countries. While others merely assemble, Rasen fully controls the entire manufacturing chain, leading the global billiards industry with solid manufacturing power.
Rasen, innovate
to Andy, from Taiwan to the world. Andy Premier Cloth, powering elite professional tournament with unparalleled playability and quality. Qatar 10 Ball World Cup, WCBS Championship, WPA 9 Ball China Open. 3 consecutive World Games, our goal is to manufacture billiard cloth with exceptional quality and consistent playability. What Andy truly values is the strong reputation in the market and the driving force behind it.
SBA Next continues into rack number 12. Dito po sa ating stable versus stable match of the Bad Koi Warriors and Fury. At bago po sumargo ito si Reynel Salinel to try and tie it up on his break. You're watching us right now live on One Sports Plus, part of the Signal Television Network. Noel Zarate still
Break.
bringing you the action. And Reynel Salinel wants to join James Dean Q on the hill. Successful break. Maybe seeing a part of the one ball. Pag-iisipan niya kung saan niya papupuntahin itong one ball down the table. Tries to use the 7. Doesn't get there. May madaling counter safety dito. Etong si James Dean Tew can hide the cue ball behind the 4. May mga backup pa siyang kasama. 4, 6, 9. Perhaps a 2-rail kick for Salinel. Missed it.
Foul.
Ball in hand for James Dean Tew with a favorable layout. Five ball is going to play as a combination shot from the 4. Needs to contain the 4 ball. Pagkatapos yan, matamaan to. Well done. And the writing is slowly being put on the wall by Den Den Tew of the Bad Koi Warriors. Ganda ng patakbo, and it's gonna stop right there.
Extension.
2 balls away from another win and to stay undefeated. Oh! Well, Tew has already used this extension. Tinignan niya talaga ngayon. Kailangan mo na tignan yung patama dito. For the win. Alanganin ang pwesto, but can he get it done? He cannot! Two scratches. And Salinel will have one shot to join him on the hill. The pressure is real for James Dean Tew. And Rainiel Salinel ties this up at 6. What an unfortunate turn of events for James Dean Tew. At aabot po tayo sa rack number 13. We will have that for you when we return. Stay with us here for the thrilling conclusion of this matchup in SBA Next.
Founded in 1990, Rasen is a global leader in billiard manufacturing and export, powered by 4 seamlessly connected factories. With over 1.6 million square feet of production space, we produce more than 50,000 billiard tables annually across all categories. Global reach, nearly 100 countries. While others merely assemble, Rasen fully controls the entire manufacturing chain, leading the global billiards industry with solid manufacturing power.
Rasen, innovate every move.
Well, it has come down to this, ladies and gentlemen. The 13th rack para malaman kung sino makakuha ng panalo ngayong gabi dito po sa ating stable battle sa SBA Next as we thank Pilipinas Live for your continued support of SBA Next and SBA or the Sharks Billiards Association. Noel Zarate
Break.
joining you in witnessing the final rack. Rainiel Salinel breaking for the win. Dry break. Shot on the 1 para kay James Dean Tew. Isang beses pa lang po tayo umabot sa hill-hill dito sa stable matchup. And that you have to go all the way back to August 5 nung nanalo po si John Vincent Vicedo of the Bad Coy Warriors kontra kay Jack De Luna of Fury. That was a 7-6 win. Collision with the 2, no problem. Magandang kalat para kay Tew. He just needs to follow the flight path. Diretso sa 3. Gonna have a mega draw here. Trying to get it back to the side rail kung saan siya nakatungtong. Runs into the 7, still no problem. Ngayon, medyo kailangan na niyang i-manipulate yung cue ball to get back for that 5. And he's gonna use his cue extension as well. Again, nasabi ko kanina, battle of the point guards. These are the 2 shortest players on both teams. Tew stretched out. Missed the 4. And Salinel has a shot on the 4. James Dean Tew defeated Rainiel Salinel twice, defeated Daryl Tejerero twice. That was last week at the Q Hub. Reynald Salinel has played on this table many times before in SBA Season 2. As the team captain of the Parañaque Kings. Now 4 balls away from registering his first win and for back-to-back wins for the Fury stable.
Extension.
Nandun yung 8, kailangan niya mag-ingat. Nag-tuck in na nga siya para hindi tumama. Uses his extension as well. Salinel is straight on the 8. Able to cheat the pocket. This 9 ball to finally break the win streak of James Dean Tew and for back-to-back wins for Fury. For only the second time this season. Reynald Salinel has defeated James Dean Tew. Hill matchup. And Fury winning back-to-back. Now the standing is 7 wins for Bad Koy. And 5 wins now para sa kupunan ng Fury stable. What an entertaining matchup. So congratulations to the Fury stable and Reynald Salinel for registering back-to-back wins dito po sa week number 3 of SBA Next. We'll have more action tomorrow as we resume here at the Sharks Billiards Arena. For all the hardworking men and women of SBA Next, ito po si Noel Zarate. Paalam at makita-kita po muli tayo for more action in SBA Next tomorrow. Good night.